Councilman, I don't need 5 minutes. My attention span isn't even that long. So I just made a deal with Irene. He's going to hold up a sign if I even get close to 4 minutes. I did prepare and give in writing to the councilman a list of some of the initial ideas that I've come up with about how to better empower neighborhood councils. I counted them as I came over here. It's probably 50, and I know I probably left off another 50. So I'm going to enhance that written document and then figure out what the heck to do with it. I'm not going to mention any of them. Well, I'm going to mention just one of them, and that'll keep me under the time limit. What I think is really, really important is that the City Council, that City Hall, take what Councilman Krekorian has started doing and to go further. He's the first one now to really put his feet into the pool of promoting public participation the way it should be done and increasing public deliberation. He has a blog. Well, some other council members have blogs, but it's a shame to even call them a blog because they're just one-way tools to push out news releases. His is a two-way blog. Is there any reason why every elected official, every department, every commission can't have the same thing? They're free. They're easy to do. You just have to have the will to do it. It costs no money, so you can't use the budget as an excuse not to do it. And meetings like this are outstanding, but you have to remember that this is the way we've been doing things, and this is the way we've defined public participation since the beginning of the country. We have community meetings, people who can come. They usually have a couple minutes to speak. I was doing the math. If each of you here spoke for 3 minutes, we'd be here for 5 hours. If each of you got a 3-minute answer to your question, we'd be here for 6 hours. And there would be no opportunity to go back and forth to get answers or to get questions. Thank you, Doctor. And the next step would be to take meetings like this and also have them available online. It's not a complicated thing to do, and it also can be done for free. I would suggest that, like any in-person meeting, that it be moderated, because I've seen too many blogs and discussion groups get brought to their knees by, you know who they are, the ranters, the off-topic people, the name callers, and there's no reason why an online discussion can't also be moderated, why subjects can't be kept into different areas so that people can follow up. There's 2 keys to doing something like this. One is to find fair and impartial moderators who will, because one person is not going to be able to do this. And then number 2 is having the cooperation of the city officials to also respond to your questions, to respond to your ideas, and to actually have a two-way conversation. If the blog is nothing more than Bob Gelfand and I talking back and forth, its progress is limited. So you need to have city officials to do it. And that's where a mayor, a city council member might have a lot more success in getting the city officials to participate. Because if it's moderated, it's going to be reasonable and it's going to be high-minded. There are just a couple quick responses I wanted to give. The suggestion about the checking accounts and the city attorney's opinion. If he thinks that there's a risk in the neighborhood councils, a liability risk, in the neighborhood councils managing their checking accounts, then he must be absolutely horrified at the fact that the Community Development Department gives out tens of millions of dollars every year in federal funds to nonprofit groups that use checking accounts. So what makes them any less of a risk than neighborhood councils? I know where this thinking is coming from. I know it isn't him. He didn't initially generate the idea of why he didn't like checking accounts. I know where it came from. It was a big argument I had when we were starting the funding program. And then lastly, the council referral memo, or the new items memo that Jeff mentioned, is extremely valuable. It's a lot of work, but you know about new items, new motions when they get presented to the city council. The failure of it is that city commissions don't have the equivalent. And if neighborhood councils are going to be effective, as Zeb Yaroslavsky once told us, you have to be involved from day one at the ground level. And if commissions could also use that same mechanism to let you know about new items that come into their system, now you're in really good shape and you've been further empowered.